Bethany.
And we are from Club Sapphire, and in case you don't recognize this room, this is the
Black Pearl.
The Black Pearl, yes. This is kind of the dungeon room that's going on here. And we're actually sitting in the
frog chair.
The frog chair. You know all the terms. That's good. You're a big fan of the frog chair?
I like the frog chair.
Yeah.
It's fun.
I've tested you out in the frog chair.
Yeah.
In this actual frog chair.
Specific.
There's a few here at Sapphire, but this is a good one. We like this one. So
this is. There's lots of space around it, so you can do many things.
Many things and have people on your sides that can help out and that type of thing.
I haven't had that happen yet here at the club, but I would like that to happen. I like hands on me.
Hands on you, as many hands as possible.
Oh yes, yes, that's a thing.
All right, okay. Well, so we figured we'd try something different than being here while we answer questions that you all have sent to us, and we really appreciate that. Feel free to keep sending them, and we'll keep answering them to the best of our abilities, and hopefully get you excited about Club Sapphire and the lifestyle and all of the things that are wonderful about the lifestyle. All right,
yes.
Ready to get started?
Yeah.
All right, okay.
All right, maybe I'll.
Hang on, maybe pick one at random. There you go.
Okay. My husband is bisexual. How successful will he be at swinging?
Okay, so the bisexual male. So this is an interesting conversation piece because bisexual males have I wouldn't say a stigma, but I would say that historically there have been, I guess, problems in the lifestyle as far as some people really having issues with bisexual men joining them. Men have had that issue, and so it's kind of a weird thing because personally, now I'm not bisexual. But if another guy, you and
I would like for you to have a guy join us.
Well,
I would definitely enjoy an MMF, but from your perspective,
a
guy.
Well, threesome, yeah, no, I have no issue with it. It's not about being around another guy. But as someone who's not bisexual, I personally would have no problem with another guy being bisexual. In the same way that if he said, "Hey, Matt, can I touch you?" and I would say no. In the same way that if a woman I wasn't interested in asked me the same thing, and I would say no, thank you. I mean, it's no big deal. He can play with you. He can play with his wife or girlfriend or whatever.
I think it really depends on if he's coming with somebody else too.
Exactly. And actually at Sapphire they have a bye-bye night once a month, which is nice. So you can make sure that that's the time that if you are questioning it, if it's going to be difficult to find another bisexual male, if that's what the goal is for you as a couple, then that's definitely the night that you want to come because there are a lot of bisexual men on those evenings. Of course, all nights there's going to be many bisexual women. That's kind of a given in lifestyle that there are a lot of those, and the bisexual women, they have the many levels of bisexuality. They have there's an extreme. On one end of it, you have a bisexual woman. You have the woman who's just like, yes, I want to have sex with as many women as I possibly can. Then on the other hand, you have heterosexual women that aren't interested at all. But then you have this.
You're saying bisexual, but you mean like lesbian women.
Oh well, I was even
on one end, and then
lesbian women. I've met like two in the lifestyle, out of hundreds and hundreds. I'm talking about specifically in the bisexual woman side. Okay, so you have the bisexual, and then you have the heterosexual, and then between those you have bi-comfortable, and you have bi-situational, and you have bi-drunk, and you have there's numerous ones. It just kind of depends on the situation.
Same can be said for men, though. But it's a matter of, I guess, for here at the club, who's comfortable with what.
Yeah, well, of course. I mean, there's
everywhere.
Right, and I have met couples that the man will play with other men in certain rare circumstances that it just has to be, everything has to be right, and then he's perfectly okay with it. And we've met, of course, many men that are like, no, I'm not interested at all. But I know a lot of bisexual men that do well. Another question that kind of comes up sometimes that I do see as far as bisexual men is if you're putting that into your profile on one of the websites, if you are on one of the many lifestyle websites out there. And I think in the Pacific Northwest it's not too much of an issue because people are generally more open, but I have seen it being an issue in the South, that type of thing, where a lot of men will have problems with just another man saying that they're bisexual, which again, doesn't affect that guy in any way. I mean, it's not like he's going to be attacked by this other guy or something like that. I mean, it's just like any other situation. If you offer, hey, can I play with you? And they say no. Okay, you move on to the next person. That is the lifestyle. Yeses happen. I tend to see a lot more than no's do. But no is the end all, and it works out really well. So yeah, back to your original question. I mean, if your husband is bisexual,
I think it depends on your intentions. So the question's rather vague. So if his intentions are to be a bisexual male alone with coming in as a solo bisexual male and trying to swing, or if he's coming in with his wife.
Mm-hmm.
And wanting to play with another male. I mean, I think it really depends.
Right.
The situation on how successful that's going to be.
No, I hadn't really thought about the situation of a single male coming in who's bisexual. That's interesting, because I mean that actually question I have not seen come up before. But that's definitely a case too, where there might be there are a lot of couples that have a bisexual male that are kind of afraid to let other people know that. But when it comes to meeting a single male to join in, that's actually probably, you can be a little bit more honest if that's something that you're concerned about, that they would be, whether they would be willing to do that or not. Sometimes, that's something that you just want to kind of go for, and it might work out really well. So yeah, no. Right, and again, just definitely come here on a bye-bye night, and you're gonna have a good time.
You're gonna have far more success on bye-bye night.
Yeah. All right. And then of course when you find those really good other couples that have a bis.
Bend down and get that.
Oh yeah, please do. Yeah, go for it. Sure, absolutely. You've got a cute dress on. You think I'm kidding?
Hold on, guys. Let me get this.
Perfect. Thank you. Oh, I guess you know what? We're gonna go with that one. Because you got down and got. I was not chivalrous in any way right there, and I don't really care. That was absolutely worth it. Absolutely worth it. All right.
Sorry, you were in the middle of talking and I interrupted you. But, yeah.
That's all right. Yeah. Whatever I was saying, I'm completely distracted now, so that's fine. All right. What do you got?
Have you ever met a couple where one of you wanted to swing with one of them and the other didn't?
Okay.
You've told me about a few of these instances.
This is actually a very common term that's used in the lifestyle called taking one for the team. Taking one for the team is the concept that you're a couple and you meet another couple, and you look at the guy and you're like, wow, that is a guy that I want to have sex with right now. And I look at the girl and I go, no, I'm not really interested. Or we talk and I'm not interested. Or other way around.
I think we've had a situation where you kind of did.
Yeah.
One orgy that we were.
Absolutely. Yeah. Where you were very excited about the guy, and I wasn't particularly excited about the girl, and I might have been in another situation, but I hadn't met her, and it wasn't the time for that. I
appreciate you for that.
Yes. So absolutely, yeah. When we were down in Portland one time, and it was fantastic, and but that was definitely a situation where it would have been taking one for the team. So taking one for the team would have been the concept that I was just like, well, I'm not interested in her, or I really don't want to have sex with her. But I'll do it anyway for you. And some couples are okay with that. But my wife Bianca and I, that was a rule that we had from day one. That was one of just a few rules that we did have all the way through, which was when we were playing together as a couple, neither one of us was going to take one for the team, because early on we did. Early on we were very, very excited about people just wanting to have sex with us. We didn't care. We were just like, oh my God, these people want to have sex with us. This is the coolest thing ever. And then as we did it for a few months into a few years, we started to become more picky. Yeah. As one would. And we decided that there were times where it was just like, she might have been, or I might have been like just drooling over the wife, just like, oh my God, she is so beautiful. And Bianca was just like, no, the guy is, he's too quiet, or he doesn't seem interested in me, or whatever it might be, or she's not physically attracted to him. And at that point, I just had to accept the fact that it just wasn't going to happen with them. And that's okay, because realistically, the lifestyle, there are a lot of people, there are a lot of really hot couples, there are going to be people you're attracted to and people that you're not attracted to, but there are so many fish in the sea that you just have to kind of shrug it off, but you can still have great conversations with them. But definitely, if that is a rule that you have, which is a very common rule, then really keep that one in force. It's not really that big.
Resentment later on for something happening that.
Or
taking one for the team. Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, I do know couples. I've actually a very good friends of ours, a couple that we were on vacation, and this was a couple that she was gorgeous and he was not, and I was just drooling, and Bianca was like, no, that's not going to happen, and it was fine, so we didn't play. However, this other couple the wife was just like, I'm not interested in the guy, but my husband is really interested in the girl, so yeah, okay, I'll take him for the team. It's no big deal. He'll do it for me next time, which is interesting because that I haven't quite seen that dynamic before, but it was fine because she loves sex. That was their agreement. She loves sex that much. That was, I mean, and I'm sure she still enjoyed herself because it still is sex. Nothing to complain about, and that's just how they do it. And so there is.
But the great thing about the lifestyle is that there are so many sexy people. I mean. People in the lifestyle try.
Exactly.
Generally, they try to look good, and it's fantastic.
Yeah, that's definitely.
I enjoy the eye candy.
Well, that is definitely something that you will see if you're new to the lifestyle. You'll definitely see that there's this fascinating transition that happens in couples. So when you are a monogamous couple, as you'll see this in every friend that you talk to that's monogamous, every TV show that you watch, where they've been married a very long time, and one of them or both of them start to not necessarily take care of themselves anymore.
Get comfortable.
They get very comfortable with their spouse. What's the point? We're not dating anymore. You love me for who I am, and there you go. However, when you get in the lifestyle, you'll actually see that suddenly couples will start to take care of themselves again and start to pay attention and start to, work out again and all these types of things. I mean, I've been on many lifestyle cruises and I've been on many vanilla cruises, and it's fascinating. On lifestyle cruises, the gym is packed with people, and you don't see that on vanilla cruises. It's specifically because so many people are they're in that dating mode of, I want to look as good as I can for as many people as I can, which is also why at lifestyle clubs generally people, both men and women, will dress up, dress to impress. Yep. Is a very important thing. You'll definitely see that at Sapphire. I mean, I rarely, if ever, see anyone that is, I say, dressed down, shorts or something like that. I mean, I am, unless
Do you consider yourself dressed down?
Well, it's this is a t-shirt, but it's kind of
t-shirt and jeans.
T-shirt and jeans.
Consider you dressed down?
Yeah, it's true. Okay, this is a terrible example then, but
not myself because I try.
Yeah. Yes.
You try to.
Thank you. Yeah.
I'm still waiting to see you in a tux.
You'll be patient. It'll happen. But you could have also seen me considerably less in this too if I was just kind of wearing his shorts and sweats or something like that. And I have heard of people in different parts of the country that they'll go to a lifestyle club, and there are people that are just kind of there.
That's interesting. Yeah, I definitely haven't seen people that are dressed like that here.
No, which is nice because the West Coast generally has this stereotype of people just being much more relaxed, which is why I'm wearing jeans. I mean, I probably would not necessarily be allowed into a club that that might have specific dress codes as far as that type of thing. But I'm still dressed. I'm still dressed all right. I'm still it seems to work for me. Thank you. But this is probably, I would say, the minimum. Thank you. I would say this is probably the minimum as far as guys are concerned. Is generally a nice T-shirt and nice jeans. But I mean, I see every Saturday I'll see guys with ties on, and of course women. Women are easy though. They'll they just dress in as sexy thing as possible, and that works. Yeah, that works. That works really, really well.
I like guys in ties. Those are fun. I like to grab the tie. Oh yeah. Must be the room.
Exactly. All right, we got room for one more. All right. Here's one for you. Okay. All right. Let's see how good you do on this one. All right.
How good I do? Am I getting rated?
This one you are going to be rated on, and definitely if you don't agree with her opinion on this, then make sure you comment below. Or if you. All right. My husband and I are new to the lifestyle. I have never gone down on another girl before. I'm nervous. Any tips?
Yes. So going down on a girl, I mean, think about what you like when somebody goes down on you. Hopefully people are going down on you and you enjoy it because it's amazing when they do it right.
Mm-hmm.
So I say really just think about what you like and your own anatomy. I mean, every woman is different. I mean, there are different sizes, shapes, and everything for a woman's vagina, pussy, everything. So,
right.
Yeah.
Well, see, now you were telling. Okay, so now you were telling me from your own perspective that you're not particularly a fan of oral without fingers in there. Is that right? Is that because you're not externally stimulated?
That's because I'm not externally stimulated. But the thing is, I know what still feels good externally.
Okay.
I know where my anatomy is. I know how to find my clit. So
you're female. You know the female anatomy better than men do, and we look at them more. Yeah.
Precisely. You guys do look at them more, but I still know mine.
Right.
And so I can easily find another woman's.
Okay. Well, I definitely think from the perspective of at least a guy who has gone down on many women, that I think as when you give a blowjob to a man, that it's the trick is more than anything, any specific techniques is to just pay attention to what the receiver is giving you as far as hints. That being said, I have given oral and I've had sex with women who just blank stare, and you're trying everything. You're poking different ways. You're doing different things, and then
that's where you're like, oh, how does this feel? That's where you engage and ask questions.
Exactly. Does that feel good? Do you like that, or is there something that you would like me to try differently? Yep. There's nothing wrong with that, and there's no reason to be nervous in that situation because they'll gladly tell you. No. If there was a woman who was giving me a blowjob and she said, "Hey, Matt, is there any way that I can make this better?" I'd be like, yeah, why don't you use your tongue to do this thing? I would have no problem with that because I'm going to enjoy it more. Which is a good thing. How can I possibly be insulted? I think only one time, I wouldn't say I was insulted. I do remember one time that we were in an orgy situation, and this was a couple that had never done anything lifestyle. She had only been with the husband, and she was a biter. Ooh. Yeah, a biter on the junk. And so that was situations where I actually, after a few minutes of that, of being, trying to...
for a few moments?
It seemed like forever. I don't know. I have no idea. That I kind of moved her off so that we did other things instead, because it was just one of those where it's like, it might take her a little while to someone say...
So if you're at a situation, though, where you're at the club, and... and you're with there's another couple there that you want to play with, and you guys kind of start getting down and dirty. I think that all of your nervous energy will mostly, not all of it, but most of your nervous energy will dissipate because the situation, it's just so high sex drive and everything, and you get into the moment and you really enjoy it. So I don't think that you should be worried necessarily about being nervous. You might be nervous going into the back room, but I think once everybody starts kissing and touching and all the things, that'll just quickly dissipate. Do
you have any specific tricks for oral? Anything that you like that you've done with another woman that you're like, well, this is kind of a neat thing?
Oh, well, I know how to make a woman squirt, so
can you give us a rough idea? Just can you describe it?
I can. Maybe we'll set up a time so I can teach a class.
Okay.
Because it's really a hands-on kind of thing.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah. But anyway.
Yeah,
that's a terrible joke. Anyway.
Okay. Yeah. No. That would definitely be. I would like to see. I have not seen you do that. I would like to see you make a woman squirt. Actually, in fact, I would like you to teach me how to get a woman to squirt. I have seen where a lot of people will actually use that as a technique to get a woman into bed. Have you run into that?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're like, I can make you squirt.
I can make any girl squirt.
Really?
Yeah.
And then most of the time they don't.
Yeah. But they got him in bed.
That's very true.
Yeah. No, that's actually I've run into that quite a few occasions.
What kind of techniques do you have for getting a woman into bed?
For getting a woman into bed?
Yeah. Or to having sex.
I thought you were going to ask me about oral because I have no idea.
No, because you were just saying techniques.
Techniques to get into bed?
Or getting a woman to have sex or do a sexual act.
I think in clubs like Sapphire, it's really boils down to, at least from a guy's perspective, as far as being aggressive is not the right word. Aggressive is a bad word.
Right.
What's the word I'm looking for? Confident. Tell me,
confident but not cocky. It's a fine line.
Mm-hmm.
It really is.
Yeah, but I definitely have been with whether it's couples or specifically a woman by herself where they really appreciate the fact that someone takes charge in that situation. And I've also been in the situation where a lot of women have been like, Matt, let's go in the back and have sex, where they just take that. You're that type of person. You'd be like, if you saw a guy and you had a little conversation and you want to have that, you're not going to waste any time, right? You'd be like, we should go, right?
I don't know.
No? Okay, all right.
Yes and no.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it depends on the situation. But if the guy was confident to you that you and you were attracted to him and you saw it was going, you'd gladly be like, yeah, sure, absolutely.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
I don't know that I would ask a guy. I mean, I feel comfortable taking you and grabbing you because you're my partner. But
I don't know, Bethany, because I heard a story about one time you walked into the back room and you just started giving a guy a blowjob. You had never done anything with this guy. He just happened to be that you had talked to him a few times, whatever, and you just unzipped him and started.
Said like hi a couple of times.
Exactly. So don't tell me that you wouldn't start things. Yeah, I know you. You know how initiation works.
You caught me.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, so confidence, obviously, with men or women, it just takes one, especially in a situation of 4 people. It just takes one. You know, if everybody seems like they're in agreement, just one person just say, hey, you guys want to go in the back and if there's definitely a vibe there, they'll say yes, and then just go and have fun. Yeah. And with that, make sure you follow Club Sapphire on Twitter. They have a new Twitter account, so that's right on the bottom there. And you want to follow that and get all the good new information and stuff that's going on here. Of course, subscribe to our YouTube channel. That's more important than anything. And of course, like this video and like all of our videos. Just push the little like button on there, because the more people that like the videos, the more it shows off into other people's feeds. So someone might not have actually heard of Club Sapphire. You like that button, then suddenly it's going to spread out. Just like with Facebook, the more people that like it, the more people that actually see the video. So that's definitely something. The more people that see these, the more people find out about Club Sapphire, and the more people come, and the more people that you have to choose from with your fish in the sea. So yeah, exactly. And of course, Facebook, Club Sapphire is real important. And of course, you can join their secret Facebook group. And of course, go to clubsapphire.net. Check out their new website. It's awesome, and there's a lot of great stuff on there. And of course, all our videos are on there too. So if you miss something or you can't find it, just go to clubsapphire.net and you'll be able to find it.
Yep, and that's where you'll find all the events and everything. So
yeah. All right. Anything else you want to say?
No. Have fun, guys. We love talking to you.
Absolutely. You see us at the clubs, come say hi, and have a great night.
Yes.
Bye.